What's up, friends? It's just Uncle Larry. Tom Bukovac, Sagittarius dude from Cleveland that started a YouTube channel 4 years ago for your amusement. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. It's, what is today? Thursday morning. And man, I'm in the middle of a busy week. Lord Jesus. I was thinking, yesterday was like the most Nashville guitar day I've had in a long time. It was great. We started out meeting over at the Cabin Studio at my friend Matty Alger's place. Me and Guthrie had to do 2 interviews for Fretboard Journal and Premier Guitar. And the first one we did was a guy came by from, and then I had the rest of the day booked in the studio just so we could goof around and make up another song. You know, I love working over at Matty's place. Very cool little place. And so the second one was supposed to be a Zoom interview at 11 o'clock. And when we got done with the first interview, I said, "Hey guys, check out this idea." I showed them this riff, and we started working on it. We were all jamming on it and playing it, trying to write a song. And all of a sudden, about 11:45, Guthrie goes, "Fuck, we were supposed to be on a Zoom call with the guy from Fretboard Journal." So we hurried up, and he was actually very cool about it. He's a sweet guy, the guy that runs Fretboard Journal. Probably one of the most pleasant interviews I've ever done, actually. He's got a very calming sort of presence, that guy. I like that dude. But yeah, and then we recorded all day, and I murdered the poor fellows that I was trying to make a record with. Sometimes I get a little insufferable to work with in the studio. I've got this vision in my head about what I want it to sound like, and I just keep fucking trying shit and asking people to play this and this and this and this. We got there, but I felt like I was just pounding on the poor boys too much. But everyone was like, "Dude, it was fun, it was great." But I sometimes walk out of those sessions and just think, man, dude, must be, you know, I gotta calm down on that shit sometimes. But man, I just got these visions of how it should be, you know. I've always had them. They're always there. Good news is when we get done with it, everybody seemed to like it, so that's good, you know. But it'd be one thing if you pushing everybody that hard and then you ended up sounding like shit. But yeah, you know, what was very special about yesterday was that I actually got to hold the vinyl of In Stereo in my little Cleveland grubby mitts. This 180 gram, big, dense, heavy piece of material. And man, the cover looks so cool on a vinyl record, a gatefold cover. Very proud. It's really a cool feeling to finally hold the thing in your hands after, if you think about all the shit that went into making that and how long it took to get to that point where you can actually have the final product in your hands. It's pretty special. Me and Guthrie were just standing there looking at it in the studio light, like a couple little kids, you know. It's like, it was fun. And then after that was all over, at about 6 o'clock, I went over to Groon's because Premier Guitar was over there doing a video shoot for one of the first Marshall amps ever made that was uncovered recently. I think it's like the second Marshall ever made. Ebo was there too, and he was looking at it, you know, and he's a part of the videos for Premier Guitar explaining the lineage of this very rare amplifier that I think is going to be consigned for like 200 grand, you know, because it's just such a rare piece of history. But very cool. We got to hang out. It was like an impromptu party. Like everybody was there. You know, we were just hanging out outside Groon's after hours, after the place was closed, getting a buzz on, having a good time. My favorite parties and get-togethers are always the ones that are spontaneous. I've always been like that. I would much prefer that over a plan to get together. You know what I'm saying? there's no pressure. It just happens naturally, you know. And I enjoy that. I'm gonna block this call, whoever this is. Looks like a spam call. So what's been going on? I got some VCB stuff here. What was I gonna tell you? There was something else I was gonna tell you. Oh, thanks for waiting all this time for the vinyl. It should be here any day now. It should be like ready to ship. And I hope you guys love it. I really do, and I appreciate all the kind words and support for that album. And you guys are very, very cool. There was a guy on Gear Page who kept posting and posting over and over about saying that my videos, he said he likes my videos, but they're junk food. He said it's like video equivalent of junk food, like it's empty calories, you know, like. And he just kept saying it over, and then a couple people would argue with him or something, and then he would just keep going at it, like saying it over and over. So finally I got on and I said, hey man, would you be on my show? I would love to have him on as a guest. And just like a Zoom guest or something would be fun. And so his name is Sean. If you're out there, Sean, I want to hear more about this. You know, I realize that my videos aren't the most organized, planned out, thought out things in the world, but you know, I feel like I'm giving you guys some useful shit that you could actually use. Coming from an angle of a guy that's been doing it for about 50 years, you know. But maybe not. Fuck, I don't know. Let's see what we got in the VCB here. That guy out there that there's a cast of characters that makes up the whole Homeskoolin family. You know, we got String Locker, we've got Dominic Hudson, who these are the guys. These are like the support characters. But we also got Deer Creek Audio, who is this lonely fella who makes. You got to see these videos that he makes. He sits around all day and takes my videos and tries to make new videos with them. It's very strange. I'm a little. He's always trying to give me advice too. I have some advice, Deer Creek. You should get your own life. That'd be nice. But usually with all these types of people, we end up working it out. You know, it might get weird for a while, but we end up working it out. I don't want to be hating on anybody. I don't want anybody hating on me. It's like, it's not. We're not going to be here long enough to be fighting. So let's just try to get along, you know. Junk Food Larry. Okay, man, did you see Jed's latest video where he's plunking on that Tysco? God damn. It's called The Man and His Memories, which I think is a fucking hilarious title. God, he's playing some just ridiculously good shit. When that boy gets in the zone, he can really cut your throat. He's really got it. One guy said, hey, Larry, how's the AC in the new Homeskoolin World headquarters? You can hear it. I'm going to figure that out. Don't worry. You're not going to have to deal with this air conditioning noise through all the videos of the future, all the free videos. You're not going to have to suffer through all the free videos. I'll figure out something for that. I know it's pretty annoying, the air conditioning noise. But maybe I'll move the workbench or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. People got a kick out of me measuring the safe height by holding up a Les Paul. Well, you know, you got to use what's around. Play the cards that you get dealt. That's what I say. One guy said, love the new Casa, but any way you can slide the camera back a touch so we can see your face during the jams? I miss seeing the curled lip, the furrowed brow, and the corporate eye. A little weird. It's kind of weird, but that's cool. Hey, man, I get it. I'm weird, too. Like I said, you know, we are going to, I should tell you this, too. Guthrie has been asking me over and over to go to New York to play with him. But, you know, I don't like getting on airplanes, especially ones that aren't private. And he's been asking me, and he's been so sweet trying to get me to go to New York and play one of these bitter end gigs with him. And I'm like, I'll find any excuse to not get on the airplane. I did so much traveling when I was younger that I completely burned out my traveling thing. And like, my idea of a good time is not getting on an airplane. And but I finally agreed. Jed and I and Nick Goverick are going to go up sometime in November. I can't remember the exact dates, but we're all going to go up to the bitter end of New York and play a little show. And if anybody, all my New York friends out there, come out and say hello. My dear old friend Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. She lives in New York now. You better be there, Rhonda. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so what else we got here? That'll be fun, you know. Big Apple. There's a couple of restaurants in New York that old Larry really likes. Joe's Shanghai and Blue Ribbon Sushi. We like that stuff. That's good stuff. Mr. Tom, would you kindly drink beer from a glass once in a while? I don't do that. I'm not that kind of lady. I'm more of a straight out of the original container that it came with type of fella. One guy said, hey, Tom, do you feel like we've reached the point where guitar players are mostly playing for other guitar players? Interesting point. I replied, no, I personally play on records for everybody to hear, not just guitar players. And most of my friends are in the same boat. I mean, most of the guys that I know are just trying to play on records for everybody. But I suppose there are a lot of people out there that are guitar players that really are playing for other guitar players. I mean, I don't mind playing for other guitar players, but that's never been the goal. I just want to make cool music, you know. But it's an interesting point there. Let's see. There's a lot of responses to that one. String Locker got involved in that one. You can look that up. You know, once String Lock, once he gets in there, shit gets bloody. He's like the cleaner when it comes to the comment bin. Hey Larry, I'd love to get your insights approach on working volume and tone knobs on a guitar. Please do a lesson. I've had people say things like, why do pro guitar players constantly touch the volume and guitar and tone knobs? You notice that when you see guys, man, just like constantly. Like the guitar might be on 10 and they keep checking it to make sure it's on 10. I do that too. It's the guitar, the controls, the wang bar, if you have one, the talent stick, I call it, and the pedals are all one thing, right? And like, to me, that is an instrument. It's not just the guitar. Like, you're playing all that stuff. Kind of like when you play a Hammond, you're not just playing the keyboards, you're playing the drawbars, you're fucking with the Leslie, the volume pedal. You know, there's a multifaceted thing happening. Same thing with guitar. I'm constantly manipulating the tone controls. I mean, I'll change tone control in the middle of a lick, you know, because I'm really consumed with how much treble is on the sound. Like, I love to sometimes roll that tone way back and get that super murky synth sound, and And sometimes when your volume's on 10, your tone's on 10, the amp might have a little too much sting. And if you just back the tone control down just to 8, you know, it can take all that sting off, you know. Compression can do that too. I've noticed that most compression in the studio, like I love 1176s more than anything. Like I'd rather have a guy put an 1176 on my rig post microphone than use any kind of compressor off the board. But they do have a tendency to darken the tone. Like 1176 will give you that big, lush, exploding, clean sound, but it also darkens the sound a lot. It would be nice, you know, there are a few compressors. I think I have a couple that have tone controls on them, which is kind of rare for a compressor, but that is nice to have. So you can get the compression without losing a high end. But, man, one guy said, Larry, how much are you looking forward to this football season starting? Oh my God, are you kidding? That's all me and Marshall talk about. Oh man, can't wait. It's really starting to feel like, I've actually seen some leaves falling out there, and I think we're getting somewhere. We're really getting somewhere. I mean, I know we're still in the dog days of summer, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel and the coming of fall. Anything else in the VCB worth a shit here? Let's see. One guy said, hey, question, how does a session man get paid? Do you charge your own rate? Is there an industry standard, a union? There's tons of videos about this. I'm not talking about that shit. I don't like when people ask me about money. It's not that, I was taught to never do that. I don't ever ask anybody about money. It's rude. Like a grown man should not inquire another grown man's finances. I just don't get that. It's a violation of bro code in my mind. I'm a big believer in bro code. Me and Greg Voros talk about that all the time. Unspoken etiquette of being a man. There's so many things that younger dudes will miss. I should do a video about bro code. That'd be fun. Get Greg on. He's the absolute ambassador of bro code. If bro code was a country, he would be the president. Let's just put it that way. I've got my my 57 Les Paul Gold Top at Groon's right now being refretted, and I'm very excited about that. It had been refretted once before, and it was kind of a hack job, but still played great. But the G on the low E string was a little too gnarly, buzzing. It's gonna be amazing. I know it's gonna be great. I'm really excited. That is a special guitar, and I can't wait to get it back. Really excited about it. All right, kids, I think that's enough torture for today. 21 minutes, but at least I can upload it faster now. New Wi-Fi. 63, I think, Southern Jumbo. This is a cool guitar. I got this at Rumble Sea a while back. All right, friends. See you later.